Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Morning Musings with Matt. I'm Matt. I'll be your host this morning. How are you? Well, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that really pertains to everybody. Um, so we'll just jump right in. Okay, I want you to picture this. Picture that you are in a courtroom. Okay, and whether or not you're the one that's about to be on trial, there was somebody that walks into the room wearing a black robe. um, you're going to stand. You're going to stand. That's going to be the judge. You're going to stand up to show respect. If the president of the United States walks into the room, whether or not you like him, I was raised as taught as a matter of respect and reverence that you stand when he would enter the room or she. How about when you were first going on those first dates with your spouse or your girlfriend? Do you stand to pull the chair out for them? Some men will even stand just when their wife enters the room. It's a matter of respect and reverence. How about when you first time you meet a new person? If you're sitting at a table and somebody that comes in that introduces himself to you, we usually stand, shake their hand. Um, so just keep those up here for a minute. We'll talk about that in a second, but let's talk about some other things, okay? Let's talk about, picture this. You're sitting on your couch. It's Sunday afternoon or Monday, and there's football on the TV, and it's your favorite team playing, and it's a tough game, and it's a big game for them, and they just made the winning touchdown. So you stand up out of your couch and you throw popcorn all over the room, and you shout and you clap your hands because you're excited because they won, right? Or how about if you're going to a concert? It's your favorite musician, favorite band. You're going to be clapping, you're going to be shouting because you're celebrating how excited you are about being a part of this. If somebody does a good job, if they're in a race, track meet, anything like that, and you clap, you shout. If the pastor's preaching a good message, you clap whenever he's done, or you clap in the middle of part of his message. Okay. The other thing that I want you to think about is this: whenever, whenever you are in a situation, okay, where you stand and you put your hands up in the air, okay, you put both your hands up with your palms open like that. What are you saying? You're saying, I give up. I surrender. Okay? I've seen a lot of this lately with everything going on. A lot of people standing, protesting with their hands up, saying, I surrender. I give up. Okay? Um, we also talk about if you are going to receive something from somebody, you got to open your hands up and to receive it. You can't receive something with a closed fist. Okay, so think about that also. And then for those of you that have kids, or even if you have cousins or nephews or little sisters, when they're little bitty kids, what do they do whenever they want to be close to you? When you're up standing walking around and they want to be close to you and they want you to hold them, what do? They stand and they reach up towards you for you to pick them up. So I said all these things and bringing all these to mind because I want you guys to think about this. When we come together as Christians in corporate worship, we do a lot of things. We stand, we clap, we shout, we put our hands up. But we really need to think about why we do these things and not just the mechanics of it, but why do we do this stuff? So when we come in and we stand, we're showing respect to God. We're showing that we revere and we honor Him, and we're showing that in His presence we want to show Him that respect. Whenever we clap, our church personally, we clap at the end of every song, and it's not because we're clapping to say, hey, praise team, you guys did such a good job. We're clapping so that we can say, God, you're awesome, and we are excited and celebrating, this characteristic that we've been singing about in this song, and so we clap at the end of that. Um, and then in worship too, when you put your hands up and you open your hands up to the sky and to God, and you just say, I give up, I surrender, and I'm ready to receive. And God, sometimes you just put your hands straight up and just, God, pick me up. I just want to be held in your arms. Um, these things are all things that we do, but we never think about the reason why we do it. We just do it because it's part of being in church. But I wanted to give that to you guys today. Let's think about why we do the things we do in worship. And this Sunday, if you're coming in and you're down and you've had a rough week, just remember that an outward expression can change an inward attitude. So think about that when you go into, sometimes even if you don't feel like worshiping, you just put your hands up and you surrender and you say, God, I'm giving it to you. I'm giving it all to you. You can have it all. Okay? And God's gonna respond to that. If you're true in your heart when you say it that you can have it all, God's going to respond to that, and your outward expression of worship can become an inward heart change. So just think about that today whenever you're going about your day, and think about all the other little things we do to show reverence or respect or honor to people, honor to other things, and make sure that when you go to church this Sunday that you're taking that and you're honoring God with it. God bless you. Have a good week. And for those of you guys that come to VFCC, I'll see you Sunday morning.